he is going to make a couple of those bodybuilders very unhappy.
That he's probably going to push a few people out of that top 5. This guy's got to have a mind that's stronger than anybody out there.
Behrouz, in my opinion, will be second or he will be fifth.
سلام، پدرام هستم. اینجا مستر کاتالیسته. توی این ویدیو قرار بریم سراغ صحبت‌های بابچیک و ژانری که دیشب منتشر شد از کانال وایس آف بادی بیلدینگ، کانال یوتیوبی بابچیک که در مورد المپیا صحبت شده. مفصلا در مورد بهروز تابانی صحبت کردن. توی این ویدیو قرار مروری داشته باشیم به خلاصه از این صحبت‌ها. صحبت با این شروع میشه که یه سری از رقبای بهروز از صدور ویزاش خوشحال نیستن. در واقع این بحث رو مطرح میکنن و صحبت میشه سر موضوع. ژانری با این ادعای بابچیک موافقه، اما به این هم اشاره میکنه که باید به این نکته توجه داشته باشیم که تا به امروز بهروز با بدنسازای سرشناس یا نفراتی از تاپ 5 المپیا رقابت نکرده. البته در واقع ژانری فقط دبی رو در نظر گرفته، چون تو رومانی 2023 بهروز با سامسون داودا که یه هفته قبلش نفر سوم المپیا شده بود روی استیج بود و رقابت خیلی نزدیکی هم با سامسون تو اون مسابقه داشت.
But the biggest story, of course, of recent is that Behrouz Tabani, after much speculation and 3 years of qualifications, has made it to the U.S. He's there in Vegas at Cult Fitness.
Yeah, not everybody's happy about that. And
right?
I think it has more to do with his rivals on the stage that we're hoping that he wouldn't show. Now he really does get to test his mettle because we talk about how good this guy is, but I've always used the adage that you're only as good as the guys you stand next to. We know that he beat William Bonac. He's not beating top Olympians over in Dubai. He's not beating top anything because I think the best guy that he actually stood next to would have been William Bonac, who at one time was a second place finalist in the Olympia. Yep. But we know that William is on the back nine of his career. Behrouz is on the rise. He's right where he needs to be. But now you got to stand them next to each other. Well, I believe Milos Arteev put up a couple of pictures against some of the guys. One most notable was Hadi Choopan, where he looked very favorable. But again, it was a hypothetical photograph. I really do want to see what this guy looks like in the top lineup, because if he is everything that he looks like in Dubai and it transforms to this Friday and Saturday night, he's going to make a couple of those bodybuilders very unhappy. It's going to be hard for some of the more structurally challenged, because Behrouz's structure is the reason we're talking about him. His condition is always good.
ژانری در ادامه این بحث رو مطرح میکنه که ممکنه این استیج برای بهروز سنگین باشه و در واقع هایپی که بهروز امروز داره نتیجه معکوس براش داشته باشه. در واقع صحبتی که خیلی دور از واقعیت هم نیست و باید به این توجه داشته باشیم که بهروز تو اولین حضورش تو المپیا ممکنه متحمل استرس و اضطراب خیلی زیادی بشه.
Will that stage be too big for Behrouz? I've said that a million times, and I've gotten attacked a million times, but my track record on saying that stage is sometimes too big for certain personalities has rung out true for numerous guys that we thought were going to materialize on that Olympia stage, and it just was not meant to be. We'll find out Friday night.
در ادامه صحبت‌ها بابچیک از فیزیک بهروز تابانی تعریف می‌کنه، اینکه میتونه تو تاپ 5 المپیا چند نفری رو اذیت کنه و این افراد رو از تاپ 5 خارج کنه.
He's a big boy. He's a lot bigger than people think he is. He's probably in the area of, 5'10", but he's big. He's got a lot of muscle, great structure, his proportion, symmetry, all that kind of boxes that you need to check. He has checked. And he gets in very good condition, and that's going to be a key, especially from behind, as he's going to have to face some much stiffer competition, as you said, and some Olympians that he hasn't faced before. Can he hang with the top 5, top 6 guys? I think he can, bro. I honestly think that he's probably going to push a few people out of that top 5.
ژانری دوباره از یه زاویه دیگه به قضیه نگاه میکنه. میگه واسه مسابقه مثل المپیا پارامترهای زیادی دخیله و نمیشه صرفا با بدن قضاوت کرد. کلی اتفاق ممکنه بیفته، از جمله اینکه مسابقه هفته بعد از ظهر برگزار میشه، در حالی که بهروز سابقه مسابقه دادن تو اون ساعت رو نداشته.
Yeah, he'll be in the top 5 from what I can see. And again, here's the other factors that people are not looking at. This is not like a 1 p.m. kickoff, okay? This is a show where these pro bodybuilders are going to hit the stage on a Friday night close to around 7 p.m. And that's not something that Behrouz is used to. And he just got here like this week, right before the Olympia. Lots of anxiety, lots of stress, a lot of cortisol. Prayerfully, Milos is working with him to try to dry him out. He looks pretty good on video, but so do I on video by myself in the right lights.
Let's not get crazy now, bro.
Anything, all that stuff can be manipulated, but
sure.
When you get to the Olympia and you wake up in the morning and you look like Mr. Olympia. By 7 p.m. when it's time to ask your muscles to respond in front of 4,000 people, it's a different game. It's a different look. You've had time to put the water in, take the water out, put the carbs in, pull the water out. All these things, the stress, the anxiety, the expectation, the level of competition when you're sitting backstage and you got the media and the gym and the cameraman and all this stuff, and suddenly you hear your voice at the microphone, and now it's almost 7 o'clock at night. The body can look significantly different than 12 noon. I've seen guys with more potential. Cedric McMillan comes to mind. Yeah. Fall by the wayside.
بحث دیگه که این وسط مطرح میشه ذهنیت بهروز و تابانی بوده. واکر از ذهنیتی که بهروز تو این 3 سال گذشته داشته تعریف کرده، اینکه 3 سال تا روز آخر امیدوار بوده، تمرین کرده، رژیم گرفته و در نهایت ویزاش صادر نشده، ولی باز هم مسیرش رو ادامه داده تا امسال که تو 4مین دوره‌ای که جواز المپیا رو گرفت ویزاش صادر شد. این صحبت‌ها رو هم ببینید.
Think about this. You're in the bodybuilding world. The pinnacle, of course, is getting to the Olympia stage. That's any bodybuilder's dream from day one. If you're a competitive bodybuilder and you make it to the pros. For 3 years in a row, he has qualified for the big dance, but been unable to get here because of visa issues. Not his own problem. You know, it's a country thing. Bottom line is he's had to actually prepare. He has actually had to go through the rigors of dieting and everything that goes with it, en route to hopefully getting the pass to get to the Olympia. So for 3 years in a row, he has prepared for the Olympia, but then been denied literally at the last minute. I don't think people can really fully understand, Sean, like what that's got to do to your mind. Like this guy's got to have a mind that's stronger than anybody out there.
شان این اعتقاد رو داره که بهروز تو المپیا یا دوم میشه یا پنجم. در واقع معتقده یا کاملا از بدنسازایی با قد کوتاه مثل هادی، درک و نیک عبور میکنه یا بعد از اوناست و نمیتونه بین این 3 نفر باشه.
Well, and that's traditional with the high level of professional bodybuilders. We do have some that don't have that confidence. We know that Flex Wheeler was very almost like glass when it came down to preparation for competitions. Nick Walker mentioned mental health getting ready for the Olympia the other year. Right. Behrouz, in my opinion, will be second or he will be 5th. Wow, so he's gonna, in my opinion, his first time out, he's going to be either second or he's going to be 5th. I'm not sure that they jockey him around in between the shorter bodybuilders. He's either going to shadow Samson, who's on the taller side, or he's going to come behind the 2 smaller bodybuilders, which I believe are going to be Hadi and Derek. I think Nick Walker is the guy that's got to be more concerned with Behrouz than anyone else on that stage.
البته شاندر بخش پایانی صحبتاش در مورد بهروز و تابانی به این اشاره میکنه که بهروز برای نیک خطرناکترین بدنساز ممکنه. بحث ساختار بدنی و ژنتیک در واقع و شان معتقده که با ساختار بدنی و ژنتیکی که بهروز داره عیب و ایرادات بدن نیک قرار بیشتر از فرد به چشم بیاد.
He can hang with Samson in terms of size, in terms of muscularity. His conditioning arguably might be better than Samson. He might put himself in very good company.
Size for size, he's going to stand with Samson on the height factor. I find it hard to believe that they'd stick him in between Derek and Hadi. Nick Walker obviously remains to be the X factor. On Instagram, he looks phenomenal. He looks great. He's standing by himself in the gym. He looks like Mr. Olympia by himself. But then when you stand him next to genetically gifted bodybuilders, you can start to see his shortcomings. And Behrouz is a guy that can exploit some of the structural issues that Nick Walker is going to be facing.
خب تو این پادکست به شکل عجیبی در مورد هادی سوپان صحبت مفصلی نداشتن. شانس قهرمانی نمیدونن هادی رو، ولی معتقدم بین 2-3 نفر برتر مسابقه است. اندرو جک رو در موردش صحبت کردن، گفتن که هنوز نتونسته فرمول کاندیشن لازم واسه مسابقه رو پیدا کنه. همیشه تو مسابقاتی که دنبال جواز بوده از المپیا بهتر بوده و به خاطر همین خیلی بهش امیدوار نیستن. به مارتین فیتزپاتر اشاره میکنن، میگن که مارتین میدونه برای رسیدن به تاپ 4 باید چیکار کنه. میگه کارش با بهروز خیلی سخته و البته نیک واکر هم رقیب مستقیمشه. به مسابقه پیتسبورگ اشاره میکنن که باختن گاهی اوقات باعث میشه که بهتر بشن بدنسازا و در واقع براشون خوبه که بعضی وقتا ببازن تا بتونن به ایگو ایرادات کار خودشون واقف بشن. در مورد درک صحبت شده، اینکه چرا هیچکی قهرمان نمیبینتش. ژانر در واقع به تجربه‌ای که از مسابقات داره اشاره میکنه، میگه همه چی علیه درکه، چون امسال 2 بار پیک مسابقه داشته و خیلی بعیده که بهترین درک رو تو المپیا ببینیم. این صحبتیه که تا به امروز خیلی از کارشناسا در مورد درک لانسفورد و المپیا 2025 داشتن. در مورد سامسون به این اشاره میکنن که شانس زیادی برای قهرمانی داره، میتونه بعد از بیگرامی اولین بدنسازی باشه که عنوان رو حفظ کرده. معتقدن که سامسون در حال حاضر بهترین بدنساز جهانه، اعتماد به نفس بالایی داره و رفته دنبال کاندیشن، دقیقاً چیزی که بهش نیاز داشته. در مورد نیک واکر هم صحبت کردن، اینکه به تنهایی خیلی خوب دیده میشه ولی باید در نظر بگیریم که مسابقه با حضور بقیه بدنسازا برگزار میشه. به این اشاره شده که نیک به شدت حجیمه ولی بدنسازایی مثل هادی و درک حجیم نبودن و قهرمان شدن و صرفاً حجیم بودن مهم نیست. به شات جوفوز از پشت اشاره میکنن، یعنی شات خیلی قویه براش ولی صرفاً یه شاته. به این اشاره میشه که ویتیپر خوبی نداره، استراکچر خوبی نداره و به اعتقادشان تو بهترین حالت نیک 4م میشه که این اعتقاد بابچیک هم هست. حالا نظر شما در مورد صحبتات چیه؟ حتما این پایین در موردش کامنت بذارید. مرسی که تا انتهای این ویدیو هم همراه من بودین. لایک و ساب و کامنت فراموش نشه. حتما ما رو به دوستان خودتون معرفی کنید. اگه انتقاد یا پیشنهادی دارید میتونید پایین برام کامنت بذارید یا از طریق صفحه اینستاگرامی ما کاتالیسته با من در ارتباط باشید.